Hello, guys, my wonderful people and great people. I'm overwhelmed and happy to have you here. You are welcome to this free 5 days Photoshop. Yes, all the flyers that we are going to learn, or all designs that we are going to learn for these 5 days, we are going to use Photoshop to design everything. Okay, so I'm going to take you through on everything that you need to know on Photoshop. So our first assignment for today is how to design simple church e-flyer like what you see on your screen. Okay, so don't worry about all the fonts and the resources that you need. I have left everything, all the resources that you need. A link is in the description. Just click on the link to download for free. Yes, try to design the same thing, and maybe after this class you can try to design for your church. Okay, so without wasting much time let's get started. Alright guys, so you welcome to Photoshop. So this is Photoshop. This is the interface of Photoshop. When you open the Photoshop for the first time, this is what you are going to see. So please, if you have not watched the tutorials on the introduction to Photoshop, the introduction to this 5 days free Photoshop, please do well to watch it. A link is left in the description. Just go to the description and then search in or look for the introduction to Photoshop. It is there. You can watch all the videos. Okay, so first thing, because we are designing it from the scratch, we come to create new. We want to open a new document, or you can even use the file and come to new. Okay, you come to new, and then because we are designing for social media purpose, we are not printing it, we are designing for social media, we set our unit to pixels. Okay, and then our measurement, the width is 1800, the height 1800, resolution is very high, 300. You can name your design as church e-flyer. Okay, church e-flyer. We are using it to invite members and other people to come to the prayer vigil night. Okay, so what you do is to come and click on create new. Okay, then I have my new document set. Okay, so the first thing, don't forget that I said I've left the resources. The resources are there for you. These are all your resources. Everything is there for you. Don't forget that a link is in the description. All right, so you have to change the color of the background, but we are going to use a solid color. So you come to your layers. Don't forget that I said Photoshop uses layers a lot. So everything that we'll be doing on this paper will be appearing on the layers side. Okay, so come to your layer panel. All these things that you see, the functions that you see here, are called layer panel or the layer settings. So we are going to use this solid color, what you see here where my mouse is, this color where you see these options, and then go for solid color. And then in the solid color, we are going to use this color code over here where you see the 00. We are going to put in this color code there, 62 okay 3 62308B. all right, don't forget this color code 62308B. so when you are done, you click OK. So the second one that you have to do, we want to set our background. Background is very, very important in designing. All right, so the second one is to bring in our image, the image that is holding the rosary. Okay, so we have to bring this image to Photoshop. All right, and then I'll drag it up a little bit like this. It's okay. Then what I'll do is that I will set this image. I'll come to the layer side. Okay, layer side, where you see the layer side, the first thing that I did is to change it to solid color, followed by the image that I brought. So you can see that the image is on top of the solid color. Okay, I can even drag the image down. You see that yellow or that blue or green line there, it tells you that my image is under the solid color, so you could not see the image on the paper. So let's bring it up here so that I can see it. Then in under, still on the layer side, you could see that there is a normal here. click on this arrow and then you set it to color overlay or soft color. Yes, set it to soft color. Okay, with the color overlay, yes, you can change it to color overlay mode, but I want us to remain it to the soft color. Okay, the soft light. All right, let's set it to soft light. And then when you are done, you just have to come and draw your rectangle, so that we want this down here to be white. Okay, so you draw our rectangle very nicely. Very good. Then you can see that the rectangle is having a color black. The fill is black. So still on the rectangular shape, I choose the rectangular shape. You can right click it, you will see all the shapes over here. Okay, so when you are done drawing, you could see that my rectangular shape, the fill come to the top over here. You could see that there is a fill, it is black. So click on it to change the color. If you cannot see all these colors, because me, I have used it, that's why it says recently used colors. So if yours is not there, just come to this box, small box over here, click on it, and then you choose the color white. You can even drag it to the corner there, so that you can get the pure white. You click OK, you have changed the color to white. All right, so we have set our background clearly. All right, so the last thing that I have to do to the background is to bring in my white image. It is in the resource. All right, it's in the resources, this white image. All right, the background, I'll just click it, drag it to my rectangle. Make sure it is on top of the rectangle. Okay, then I'm going to teach you something we call clipping mask. So just as it is on this image that you just brought on top of the rectangle, right click it on your image side over here, right click it, these options will come. Pay attention very well. Right click it, and then you look for clipping mask, this. Okay, when you click on the clipping mask, you have clipped the image inside the rectangle. Okay, on the layer side you can see the image that you just brought, it is inside the rectangle. This is what I want. So now our background is set. Our background is fully set, everything is fully perfect. We are going to put in our text and all that. Okay, so I want us to do some short settings over here. You could see that on my layer side, because we are going to use the layers a lot, so on my layer side you can see the layer is just down here. I cannot have a look at it fully unless sometimes I scroll it down. So this color or these properties that you see, we'll come back to that, so I don't really need them. Okay, so what I will do is that these two arrows that you see here, okay, it says collapse to icons. All right, click on these two arrows that you see on top here. Okay, click on these two arrows, you say collapse to icons. Yes, click on it, it is gone. So you can see I don't have the color there, I have more space. And then because I said Photoshop uses layers a lot, this is your layers. Okay, all the things that we did over here, they are in this layer. So click on the layer and then you see them over here. But you can drag, hold, just click any part, just click this side where you see this two arrow, click on it and then you hold it. Okay, or hold and drag. All right, then bring it close to this side. Have you seen that blue line there? Yes, just release it or leave it, and then it is set. So I can have a look at all my layer. So the first one was the background itself, the paper. I changed the color, I brought the image followed by the rectangle, and then I brought in the next image that I did for the last time. So what we are going to do is I want us to group the background. Okay, learn how to do this. We are going to select on the layer side, select the first one, press on Control, okay, and then click this one, select this one and select the solid color. Okay, and then you come to your layer panel. Have you seen this icon, this folder? This is the group. Or on your keyboard you press Control, okay, as you have selected everything on the layer side, you press Control Gen group, Control J. It means I have grouped all my background as one. This makes the work so easy. Then you can change the group name. Just click on this group, double click it, and then you can write or name it as background. Okay, name it as backgrounds, or you can set it as backgrounds. Alright, and then you can lock it. Have you seen this lock over here? So lock it. Now the reason why we lock it is that so that it cannot be moved. Okay, yes, it cannot be moved. It will help me to even do my other work so easily. So the next thing that we need to do is to bring in our text. Okay, our text or our fonts. Now every resources that you need are in the description, so there is no need for you to use your own font. So I will leave a link, a video link there on how to install and also use fonts. Okay, there is a link in there. Alright, so just come to my resources. The fonts that I use, these are the fonts. Okay, so if you want to install, this is the first font that if you want to install, just double click on it. Alright, just leave it, give it some time, then you come and click on install. Because I have installed it already, okay, it won't come install. Then you click on this one to install. Just install everything. Okay, you just click on this one to install. Just let's take our time and install everything. Okay, install this one. Let's install everything that we see. Okay, because that is what we are going to use. So we have installed all our fonts, or you can even select everything there, right click it and install everything. Okay, just install. Yes, install everything. Click on do for all. So I have installed all my fonts. Okay, now the next one that I need to do is to also install the other fonts too. Okay, just go back and then let's install this one too. Control A to select everything and then install. Let's install everything. Let's install everything. Okay, take your time, just take your time and then you install whatever that you see. All right, take your time, just take your time. Okay, so after installing, let's go back. So I use 3 fonts. Okay, 3 fonts. Font makes our work so beautiful. Then the last one too, you select everything and then you install. Okay, you install, select everything and then you install. Very beautiful, very beautiful. So after that, you just have to come and then you start using your text. So come to your, these are all your tools. So come and select the text tool. Okay, click on the text tool. Just click on the text tool. All right, let's give it some time because I have opened a lot of folders and a lot of applications. So my font is now reading. Good, very good. So you could see the mouse will change. Yes, so it means I can now start texting. Then come to the top over here. This is where your fonts are. Okay, these are all my fonts. Okay, and then this is the font type, this is the font size. This is where if you want the font to be on the left, on the center, on the right, this is the color of the font. You can change the color of the font. And then also this is your character. I will advise you to always activate this character. If your character is not there, come to Windows and then you look for character over here. Here is it. I've explained everything in the introduction. Click on the character and then you can drag it. You can drag it to any place that you want. Just place it somewhere here and then change the font. Because I said the font, you are going to use this mountain. So click on it and then we change it to bold, or yes, change it to bold, and then we pick the side and write. Just click on any part. Okay, and then you start writing prayer. Because I have center my font or my writings to the right, I want it to come to the left. Yes, and then you write prayer, then space vigil night. For the night will be a different font. Okay, now I want us to change the color too. So you can use this or any of this. So let's use the character. Just bring the character somewhere here. You can just bring it, yes, position it well, and then you change the color to white. Just drag it, or you can pick the white even from down here. Just drag it up there, then you change the color. Then the font size, let's change the font size. Still, I've selected my font size. Because you have activated the character, you can just go in for your move tool. Okay, just select the move tool, then you can hold here and drag it. Okay, just drag it very big. We want the font to be bold. Okay, you can even change it to black. Yes, so that it will be very bold. And then you bring it down here. It is at the center. Then there is a spacing between the prayer and the vigil, so let's close in the space between the prayer and the vigil. So come to your character. Have you seen this 3.54? Yes, the AA. Just close it. Yes, it's too, yes, this one is okay. Then you can still continue to increase the font. All right, you can just increase the font and then position it where, yes, this is at the center. All right, yes, double click to accept. So I've put in my prayer vigil. It is left with the night. With the night too, I will not go and select this. Just select any part here and then go for your text tool again. Then you search in for ventures. Okay, ventures, taking ventures or vouchers. This one, yes, the first one. Just click on it, and then the color, we have to change the color. Just come and pick yellow. Just pick a color here. Okay, just pick a color here, and then you drag it over here. Make sure you select yellow, or you can even copy the color code. Okay, so then you come and click on night. The night is a different way altogether. Increase the font small. Okay, so the night, so it means let's change it to taken in by venture, but let's pick the second one. Yes, this one. Okay, let's pick this one. All right, so there is it. Then you bring it somewhere here. Yes, this is beautiful. Yes, this is beautiful. So we are gradually getting there. So we have put in our text. The next one, let's bring in the logo. Okay, the church logo. So if you want to bring in any image to your paper or to your design, just come to file, and then you go for place embedded. Click on the place embedded, and it will take you to your resources. So let's go in for my resources, assignment 1. This is my resources. These are all my resources. And then let's bring in the image. Double click it, and the image will be here. Resize it. If you want to resize the image, press alternate, and then you resize it. Just resize it to any size of your one. Yes, I think this is okay. This is beautiful. Okay, all right, beautiful one. Yes, and then it's left with presents. So with the presents, let's go in for text, and then I change the font to poppies, and then with the poppies I use light. You have to change, then the color too, I change it to white. Okay, and then make sure that you change the font size to somewhere 8. I think it's okay. Then let's try it. Presents. Yes, presents. Just give it some time. Okay, and then let's spacing out the presents. I want some space to be in between the presents. So come to VA on your character. So we are going to use the character a lot if you don't activate the character. Let's spacing out the character, and then reduce the size to somewhere 6. I think it's okay. And then let's bring it here. Yes, this is beautiful. I mean, let it go up a little bit. I think this one is okay. Yeah. So what is left is our dates, and then the venue, and then the social media handle. Okay, all right, so let's look at that one. All right, guys, so let's continue. So what was left was our date, our time, and then the venue, and also the social media handles. But before then, I want us to note something, that when it comes to designing, you have to give it some time. Just relax, all right? Relax. If you know you cannot see anything, just relax. Give yourself some time for it. I want us to activate what we call the rulers, okay? Because for our designing to be straight, okay, aligned, there is one of the principles of design, we call it alignment. It is very important. So let's activate the rulers. So you press Ctrl R on your keyboard to activate these rulers, okay? They are all rulers for you. You can guide. So if you want to use the rulers very well, just click on any part here and then drag it to this place to make sure that your ruler is straightened. Okay, so I want let me bring the present somewhere here. Okay, all right, then bring in another ruler, set it to somewhere here. Okay, I think it's cool. Yes, bring it here to bring in another one to here. So all my work should be in between this. Okay, it helps to make sure that my work is very neat. All right, so it is left with the date, the time, and then the venue. All right, and then also the social media handle, and then we bring in the brightness of the work. So quickly, let's get into it. So you come to your shape tool, you select the shape tool, by the way, you right click it, and then you go in for the ellipse. All right, go in for the ellipse, which is the circle. Select it and come to the top here. Any tool that you select, you come to the top here and do some changing. I change the fill. Okay, then you select this box, change the color to red. Okay, just click here. All of these are your colors. So just I want deep red, so I will just drag it to the corner there, select it, and then come and draw it. Just press or shift on your keyboard, shift, and then you draw. I will help you to get a correct shape. You draw it. This is the red one. Then what I did was I duplicate it. Duplicate means I copy this shape. How can I copy it? You press Ctrl and J, Ctrl J on the keyboard, and then when you come to your, yes, you have duplicated it. All right, then I change the fill. I want this one, the fill, to be white. So if I want to change the fill, you can just come to this property. Any shape that you will draw, as soon as you draw the shape, this property will come. The property is just here. Okay, so you can just double click the thumbnail, this shape, the duplicate one, just double click it, and then you can change the color to white, and then come and click on this property. Make sure that you have this appearance on. Click on this appearance, and then you can change the stroke. I want this stroke to be black, around this one to be black. So click on this stroke, change it to black, or you can just click on that, this one, just click on this. Don't forget, let me take my time, maybe I'm going fast. After you've duplicated, let me go back. After you have drawn your ellipse, you press Ctrl J on the keyboard to duplicate. I have copied it, and then drag it here. Double click on this box, not this small one, this box. Double click on any part here, double click it, and then you change it, or you drag it here to white. Come to your properties, select this property, select the property, come to appearance, make sure the appearance is on. In between the appearance, you can even drag it down. You see some fill, and then stroke. I want the stroke, so click on the stroke. If you see that the stroke is cancelled, red, it means there is no stroke. But I want to use stroke, but I want black. So if you don't have any color here, just come and click on this small box, and then you select black. Black is 0000, and then change the number. Okay, you could see that the number, I want it to be 3. Yes, I think 3 or 4. 5 is okay. All right, so you can see my stroke over here. All right, but I want the white to go under the red. Okay, So just come to your layer side. You will see that the white is on top of the red, so just drag it down so that it will go under the red. So we call it arrangement of layers. So you note that one too a lot. So let's go back to our design. So this is our design. Have you seen it? Yes. So let's do some small settings here. Now with this red color, what I did was I applied something we called noise to it. Okay, what does it mean by noise? So you just come to your ellipse, the first shape, which is the red one, come to right click it and then rasterize it. Right click, rasterize. So when you come to the layer side, you right click the ellipse, the red one, then you right click it, select it and right click. These options will come. Pick on rasterize. Rasterize means that you have the ability, as soon as you rasterize, you have the ability to edit the shape. Okay, so I rasterize it. After that, come to my filter. Okay, on my layer or my menu bar over here, come to my filter and then pick noise. Pick this one, add noise. Yes, I want to add noise, and then you just drag it. Whatever that you drag, make sure there will be a change on this one, so you watch it carefully. Yes, I want it to be like this. Then I click OK. Alright, so because this one I don't want to apply anything, this one too you can even apply noise. Okay, but before you apply noise, you have to make sure that you come to property and then make sure the fill color is white. After that, you also come to filter and then apply noise. You have also applied the same noise to it. Alright, so what is left is our this one, this shape. Yes, so I'm going to show you then before we do it. So before we do that one I use rectangle. Just set in rectangle and then make sure that you don't have any fill. The rectangle you don't have, but you have stroke to be black, and then the stroke, set it to 5. You can set the stroke to 5. No, I don't want the stroke. Yes, the stroke is black, and then you set the number to, let's say, 10. I think it's not bad. Then you draw it. You draw it very nicely. Just take time. You draw it very nicely. Yes, this is okay. Okay, it's too much. The stroke is too much. So let me come and then reduce it to somewhere 3. I think it's okay. We click on OK. Then there is this line here. There is a space here. Okay, still the stroke is too much. So I'll come to pick this one and then activate the properties and then change it to, let's say, 2. 2 is not bad. Alright, 2 is not bad. Okay. Oh, I can change it. Yes, change it to 2. Yes, let's use the top here to change it, and then come to my rasterize it. Now I can edit this one. Then come to your the tools. This one, the second tool, we call it elliptical mortgage. I don't want that one. Right click it and then you select the rectangular one. Select the portion that I want it to cut off. Position it well. Press forward, position it well. Make sure that it's at the center, and then you press delete or the space bar. Press on the space bar. It means I didn't select. Yes, you press on the space bar. Yes, make sure you select the shape. You press on the space bar, then Control D, then it is gone. Okay, so I can position it well, very nicely. Double click it, make sure select this one too, shaping it nicely. Okay, then this is what I would do. This is what I did. Let's try to group these 3 shapes. Let's group them and then come inside. Okay, let's group them and then center. Select the group select this background. We want to make sure that the background and then these shapes are at the center. Select this one because I want them to be at the center. Yes, so you go back to your rectangular tool and then make sure that it's close, a little bit close, not bad. Yes. Alright guys, so let's start putting in our dates, our time, and then the venue. Okay, but I want us to name this one, these three shapes that we just did. I want us to name it, double click it and then name it as, let's say, date, comma, time, and then venue. Okay, we are doing that because it helps us to know what we are doing a lot. Okay, it helps us to know what we are doing a lot. So the next one that we have to do is to put in the text. Okay, so I'll just come select my text. Okay, and then we are using still poppies. Okay, so with the poppies this time round, I'll make sure that my VA is set to 0. I don't want any spacing. I want it to set to auto. Before I type in, then I'll go in for the light. Okay, still light. All right, then I'll type in every. Then you set the color. The color still is white. Sorry, make sure you come after you finish typing. You can just even increase the font. I am bringing it. Then make sure you select your move tool. Without selecting the move tool, you find it difficult. Okay, then you reduce the font to somewhere 8 or 6 would be better. Yes, every. Then you copy the every, Control J. By now you're supposed to know how to copy. Then you double click it to change every Friday. Then with this Friday, that one will be bold. Okay, you come and select the type. Okay, that one will be bold. All right, or you can even increase it more to extra bold. But the font, you change the font size to 8. Yes, change the font size to 8. Position it well every Friday. So let me bring it down here. Yeah, you can even increase it small. Yes, and then you can increase this one to small. It's too much. Yes, I think this is okay. Every Friday, I think this is okay. Yes, this is okay. Every Friday at 7 p.m. So still I'm using let me use the bold. Then this, because it is black, white, the background is white, I'll go in for black and pick in 6 p.m. 6 p.m. 6 p.m. and then select my move tool. Okay, select my move tool. Just have to take your time. Select your move tool and then make sure you position everything very well. Okay, then it's left with our venue. Still we are using the same font, Control J. Then this time round you change it to regular. All right, then you change the font size to 6 because it's too small. Come and pick your text tool and then you start typing the venue. Okay, venue. So I'll go in for 7. You put in 7 there. Okay, yes, you put in the venue, position the venue well. Very nice one. Still Control J again. We're going to use the same font. Okay, then this one we are going to use yes, we're going to use this. And then the church is going to be Christ Glory revealed church. Yes, revealed church. So let me reduce the font size small. Let me reduce it this time around. For this I used bold. Okay, I used bold for the font. I used bold. Okay, yes, and then I duplicate it, come down here, and then used, let me go and check, and then I use Christ Glory Church. I wrote, okay, let me do some small changes here, church premises. So I can write church premises or church auditorium. Anyhow you want to make it, you can make it church premises or church auditorium, depending on the church that you are in. Okay, then you write the name of the church over there. Yes, beautiful. So what is left is our social media handles. Okay, and then also this images, the calendar, and then the time. Okay, let's bring in those things. Let's bring in that. Come to my file, come to place embedded. Okay, then you go in for the first clock, control or alternate, and then you just make it small, bring it somewhere here, still make it small so that it will fit in. Okay, press enter. Very beautiful. Then it's left with the calendar. Have you seen that I clicked on the shape before bringing the image or the vector? I want it to be on the red, that's why I clicked it before bringing it. So I want this calendar. Now we could see that the calendar is having this PNG background. So what you do is that come to the layer side of the image, right click it, and then rasterize. You rasterize it, you pick in this tool, magic eraser tool, go in 1 2 3 4, search in for this tool. Initially it could be on the eraser tool, but right click it and search for magic eraser tool. Click on the background, click here. I want the background to be gone. I want this PNG background to go. So take your time, click on the move tool, and then you try to make it small so that it can fit in what we want to use it. Okay, so you could see that in my design the calendar vector is not supposed to be black, it is supposed to be white. So you double click this thumbnail here, you double click this area, this white, double click it, and then you see this option popping up. So go in for color overlay, you click on the color overlay, then you come to where the normal is, then you change the color to white. Yes, I have changed the color. You see that the clock is too small, so I can make it big, small. Yes, I think this is okay. Yes, it's okay. After that, let's bring in another vector. I want it to be on top of this. Come to overlay, file, come to place embedded, and then I'll bring in this Facebook Live header. Okay, position it somewhere here, make sure it is in line, position very nicely. Okay, very nicely. Yes, I think this is okay. And then go in for my text tool, and then I'll go in for poppy. This one I'll go for regular or medium. Then I'll write the name of the church, that is our Facebook handle, Christ Glory. I don't even know the church, I just did for tutorial sake, Christ Healing Church. And then I will reduce the font to somewhere 6. Yes, I think this is 6 is okay. Then you position it very well. Yes, we are done with our flyer. So what we do next is that we will try to position, bring in the brightness. Okay, so just click on this image or the text, which is the prayer video. Go to your file, go to place embedded. We are bringing in this lens flare, the lighting, we call it lens flare. So you bring it here. I want the lens flare to go down. Okay, to go down, so just bring it under the prayer video. Okay, under the prayer video. Okay, you can even leave it like this. Okay, then this is what I did. Go for your filter, you are not adding any noise, and then go to blur, and then go to Gaussian blur. All right, and then you try to play along with it. Just play along with it. Yes, I set it to a size that I want. Copy it, position it well. No, copy it, bring it. Where is it? Here is it. And then I'll try to copy it. I'll copy it somewhere here, position it. Yes, I think this is okay. I want it to be like this. Then the last one that I did before saving my work is to bring in the brighten. Okay, or you can even leave it like that. Yes, this is also brighten. I mean, it looks so beautiful. So when you are done with your work, this is what you do. This is how we save work. If you want to save your work as a picture form and then send it, let me position it well, and then you send it to maybe your church members for them to come. So you come to file, then you go in for save a copy. If you are using 2021, save a copy, you click on it, and then it will take you to this part, and then it will ask you where do you want to save it. This is my desktop assignments, and then the resources. Okay, so I've already named it. Then the Photoshop PSD means that you want to save it the raw format, so that anytime you want to edit it, you can edit. But we don't want that type. We want you to, so you click on that, and then options will come. Then you go for JPEG. That is the picture format. JPEG, JPEG, JPEG. Click on it, and then you are good to go. You can see that image has come, so you click on it, then this thing will come. Make sure you set the quality to 12. Set the quality and make sure it is on baseline standard. Everything is set. Okay, so let's go in our resource and go and find out if what we have done is the right thing. Go to assignments. This is our resources. Yes, this is our work. Very beautiful. Let me open it for us to see. I mean, we have done a very good job. Okay, so please take your time, try to design the same work, and practice makes man perfect. Once you keep on practicing, you'll be one day perfect. So you do this, and then you send it to your church members, and they will be very glad to attend to church. Very beautiful and very simple. Okay, you can even change the name. Instead of you to bring the logo, you can bring the church name over there, and then you are good to go. All right, so please, if you found this channel very useful, don't forget to subscribe. All right, subscribe. All that you can do to also bless me is not a credit, but just subscribe. All right, God bless you so much.